Welcome back to the fourth and final round of Tuesday Night Modern, brought to you by Top Deck Productions here at GameSwap Mason, your home of the Mario murals.
Do we have Mario murals?
There's a Mario mural on the front window.
Absolutely.
Your home of the Tecmo Bowl wall scroll, as we see in the background there.
So many wall scrolls. There was a little change of management around here, and like as soon as the old manager left, it just became like Wall Scroll Central.
Yeah, let's load up on wall scrolls.
And the problem is
Give the people what they want.
The problem is none of them are Weeby. Like if there were Weeby wall scrolls, I would be super into it.
Super into it.
But
all right, so we're
them...
off to the races here with Red Black Hollowed One. Sorry to interrupt. This is a pretty sweet deck.
Yes, this deck is cool.
Flame Blade Elite. Is that what this card's called? Something like that.
It's a Jackal from Hamanket.
It is a Jackal, I will concur. Suspending a Rift Bolt.
Alright. So here what we want to see is...
Get some looting. Goodbye, Bloodghast. Wow.
2 triggers there. Let's play this land and get a Bloodghast into play and then cast this Hollowed One.
Yeah, man. That's the way we drew it up. Definitely want to play land. Unsure which one.
Yep.
This one. No Hollowed Ones in sight. Swing for, what is that, 3?
Yep. Man, this deck is cool.
Yeah, you get to do all kinds of cool things when you draw all your Bloodghasts.
Yeah, I would probably say drawing Bloodghast is one of the more critical things to do when you have Bloodghast in your deck.
Absolutely.
Like, there's just not blood decks where Bloodghast is this incidental, like, oh, he's good in this deck because I'm already doing this thing. It's like, no, Bloodghast is part of the plan.
You know, I'm excited for Bloodghast in Iconic Masters here.
Oh, is there going to be a Bloodghast in Iconic Masters?
Yeah, I need to get my playset back. Sold them out right before the Dredge reban. Felt pretty nice.
Yeah, you did well there. Here's 2 draws, 2 discards. And these Flameblade Adept triggers are going to go on the stack. Let's see if Zach's going to burn it out in response. He's got the Searing Blaze.
I would think so.
So he can...
I think it's just +1/+0. I don't think he needs to do it in response.
Okay. Here's another discard of a Street Wraith. And... oh, is that a Flamewake Phoenix?
Yeah, it is.
Or is it, like, what's that? Is it called Chandra's Phoenix, or?
There is a card called Chandra's Phoenix. This is the Flamewake, though. This one is from Khan's block.
Yeah. I always goof on what that thing does. Can we pull it up? Flamewake Phoenix?
It's a 2/2 haste.
Agreed on that part, but it has more text.
If you have a creature with 4 more power, you can pay red on your declare attacks and enter the battlefield tapped and attacking, I believe.
Okay.
2/2 flying haste, taxis turn available at the beginning of combat on your turn. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you were correct.
Basically correct. I had a couple words off, but that's fine.
Sure.
Passes with 2 mana up. That seems strange.
Yeah, there's got to be something else to do.
And a turn bolt you.
Bolt Zach, sure.
Not much he's going to do about that.
So he's below 10 here, so...
he's at the point where these Bloodghasts are looking to be very lethal. I can't even talk.
Well, this Lightning Helix is going to help.
Helix U.
Oh.
All in. Here we go. You do not have 2 bolts.
Yeah, for as many cards as Logan has moved, I mean, he's drawn 5 additional.
Right.
To put him on not having more burn is quite the I don't know his list really. I'd imagine Bumping the Knights in there somewhere.
Bump of the night. I would think not.
Bump of the
I think
night's
there's
sick.
no bumps.
All right, here's another Flame Blade Adept.
All right, let's see how this plays out. So Zach has 2 bolts in hand. He can deal 6. But with Logan at 7, that's not going to be good enough. He's looking at more than likely lethal next turn. So he's got to play a little bit defensive with these bolts.
Well, I think what he wanted to do there, in order to spend all his mana, is to lava spike him. He would have bolted one of the creatures on this attack step, and then he can untap and unload the rest of his burn at him.
He's going to go down to 1. This is a precarious spot to be. It looks like Logan's hand is 2 Fiery Tempers. So here's one of them.
Sure. Oh,
so
man.
There it is. Still had all these burn spells.
Man.
It really does not feel good to end a game with burn when you have spells in hand, but sometimes that's the way it works. Logan's deck came out on fire there. That was impressive.
Agreed.
Only thing that would have made it nicer is an actual hollowed one, but we'll take what we get here. At Top Deck Productions.
At Top Deck Productions here at GameSwap Mason.
We take what we get. So how do you feel about sideboarding here for Zach?
So if I'm Zach,
and you're not, but go on.
I'm interested in maybe taking out lava spikes in favor of more burn targeted at the creatures.
That is aggressive.
I don't know if he has like a Relic of Progenitus maybe in his sideboard, but that card would be really important here.
No relics.
Shattering Spree's probably very good.
Doesn't have those.
Or, I'm sorry, Smash to Smithereens. That's the one you want.
Smash to smash.
Because, like, smashing his Hallowed one is a big game.
It is. It might be a little narrow, considering that's the only artifact to blow up. So I know that Zach has core Firewalkers in his sideboard. How do you feel about that one in particular?
So it can block the Jackal.
Can block the Jackal.
And it lets you get ahead on life a little bit.
A lot, really.
Yeah, a lot. When
you're both casting
either player
basically
casts
only
red spells.
I could imagine that one coming in here. If he really feels like he needs more creature removal, I believe he has Searing Blood, which I would imagine comes in for Rift Bolts.
I don't know. So it depends on what your plan becomes, right? So either his plan is to stay as low to the ground as possible, or to try and interact and keep his life total high.
So you can't
do both of those.
Right. You can't give up your game plan as a burn deck of killing them with burn spells. Like, you just can't.
Right.
Like, you're going to have to kill them with these spells.
So what I would do in that case, I would try and stay low to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I would take out. I would bring in Searing Bloods.
Right.
In favor of Eidolons.
Okay. I can see Eidolon being less impressive. So Zach here is keeping a 7, it looks like. Logan going down to 6. These decks where you're churning over cards by looting, it's really important to have like a critical mass of cards in hand when you do so you're not just milling.
Uh-huh.
And so these mulligans really hurt.
Yeah, but you often mulligan less.
Right, because you have the ability to turn those cards over.
Right.
But a no-lander's a no-lander, and you got to throw those back. That's a burning inquiry. That's 2 burning inquiries.
Oh man.
This deck is unreasonable. Out of control.
Let's fire that one up for all the kids at home. The burning inquiry.
Here's a Monastery Swift Spear for 1. I don't think we're going to... here it is.
Alright, so let's see a burning inquiry on the screen, hopefully.
We're going to draw 3. Each player draws 3 and discards 3 at random. It works pretty well in Logan's deck when it doesn't matter what cards you have. It works less well in Burn. When you have very specific cards you need, i.e. burn spells.
Oh man, all those cards are great in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have a hollowed one. Nope.
No hollowed ones.
Alright, I guess we don't need that card to be on the screen anymore, Spotter Monkey.
We've worked out what it does on our own.
Yep, we figured it out. Here's 2 coming across. 17 for Logan.
Can't see what that card is. Oh, it's a Cathartic Reunion. Yeah, let's do it again.
Do it again.
Alright, so here we go. Spread them out. Let's pick 3 at random. Bolt, bolt.
What is this, madness?
It's a Madness Raised Dead. I can't remember the name of it. It's from Time Spiral, I believe.
Sure.
But here's a Blood Gas off of a... Is that a Bloodstained Mire?
Correct. Alright.
Logan's graveyard here is just a nice little pile.
Just a treasure trove of cards that we have no idea what they do. Cards I've never seen before. How's that?
You've seen these cards before.
I know. I'm sure the Madness Raised Dead was somewhere in one of my draft decks at one point in time.
It wasn't very good.
I just can't imagine it being particularly good.
I think he has a Mountain and another Swift Spear in hand. No, it's a Searing Blaze. Or Searing Blood, sorry.
Alright.
This is going to take 2 good out of 10. Zach's got a huge life lead here. This is not good for Logan.
I want to see him get one of these hollowed ones in play. I mean, a 4/4 is a big deal because it can't be burnt out with just one spell. And it can block. So you're kind of getting 2 for 1 by blocking a Swift Spear, killing it, and then...
Alright, so we're going to discard 2, draw 3. 2, 3. Still no hollowed one. We will attack for 2 because these guys can't block.
Yeah, I just...
Does he have a 3rd land?
I hope so, because he discarded 2 lands to that Cathartic Reunion.
Yeah, that seems real bad if he doesn't have a 3rd.
Does not have another land play.
Maybe he's just banking on drawing 1 in his 3. That's a reasonable expectation to make. But here's 3 damage.
To 7. 2 more on the attack to 5.
5. This is not where you want to be.
No.
We did get a 3rd land here. Not going to matter much, I think. Gurmag Angler. This is a biggin.
Well, there's a card. This is a card that blocks. Question is, does Zach have 5 in hand?
He has a Boros Charm and 2 Searing Bloods, which will get him there. Not right off the bat.
If you had a Swift Spear, it would be a nice one.
Oh man, all these creatures now.
Yeah, here we go. We're blocking.
Where were these a couple turns ago? Oh, drew the Goblin Guide.
Yeah, Goblin Guide's a big deal. So now we're going to attack. He's going to earn 2 blocks. Oh, okay.
And then that'll do it.
Yep.
Can't block with it. Bloodghast.
Yep, there you go.
All right, so it looks like we're going to see a game 3 here. Logan's deck a little less cooperative here. I think we're seeing the inconsistent side of this archetype.
Yeah.
We saw an explosive hand, not the most explosive, but a decent one in game 1. Game 2 just kind of sputtered out and didn't do anything.
It's so weird when you have you talk about a deck being inconsistent, but it has so many cards that say draw a card on it.
Yeah, they also say
Discard
the word random.
Yeah, we saw the word random impact that game significantly. So
I don't know if it was significant. We saw what he discarded. It was not anything too impressive.
the second one he rolled off 2 lightning bolts.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter when your opponent's at 20, and he's got like
Yeah,
a
but
handful of
he
burn
could have
spells.
killed one of the Swift Spears and the Goblin Guide there.
Sure. Whatever you say, man.
Listen.
Listen. I'll give it to you. It's fine. You win this one.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough at you.
You can't?
No.
I'm sure if you tried. Put your mind to it, you can do anything, man.
You can do it. Put your mind into it.
I don't think that's how the song goes, but we're a family-friendly show, so we'll leave it at that. Didn't see any sideboard out of Logan here. We saw the Searing Bloods play a pretty big role there for Zach. Yes, Storm has some matchups that are very bad for them, namely humans. It's not one you like to see.
Yeah. I'll also take on any Storm deck with my Eldrazi Tron deck.
Really?
Yeah, I've got main deck Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, for casting on turn 4. 3 sometimes.
Yeah, with Thought-Knot Seer that I can cast on 2 or 3.
I guess. I will jam any number of Storm games against Eldrazi Tron. I'm on the other end of that.
All right, it'll be a fun time.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
We're going to jam some games, man.
Oh, okay. Do you have that deck together?
No.
That's too bad.
Pretty close.
Getting there.
Need a couple more spicy boys.
Some spicy boys.
Mainly some steamy boys.
All right.
I mean, I could put it together if I picked apart some commander decks and stuff like that, but
Right.
who wants to do that this day and age?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. Logan doing a little bit of work here for Zach on turn 1, going down to 17 for his Jackal.
Yes, Death and Taxes can be bad for Storm, kind of. So you don't really tax any of their... You tax with Thalia. You don't really tax much else because they have so many turns of setup. But yeah, if you get going, that could be tough.
Monastery Swiftspear in the past. That gave that one a good hard think.
He did. I don't think that's gonna block very well though. Yeah, man. I mean, Humans was designed to beat Storm. That's gonna happen.
Designed to beat Storm?
Yeah, basically.
Alright. That deck won 2 big ones in a row.
Same player, right? Alright, we're on the discard 3 random boys here. Alright, so we got a Boros Charm and 2 lands versus 2 lands and a Cathartic Reunion. I think both players are pretty happy with that.
Yeah, everybody did well on that one.
Oh,
and
and
here's
he's got the
Hollowed
Hollow Boy.
one.
So 5 from this guy
Alright.
puts him down to 15.
And so we're at 15 all. This is here's one hollow boy.
Feels good.
So this is the whole genesis of this deck. This
Hollowed one? Or hollow one? I think it's just hollow.
is it hollow one?
Not hallow, hollow.
Hollow?
Like just what's on the screen minus ED. I don't think there's an ED. I think they're just hollow.
Is it having no center?
Yes. As in being empty inside.
Perfect. Card's my spirit animal.
Card's a lot of people's spirit animal. It's a really cool card.
Yes. Here it comes.
Here's a Anglem and Danglem.
Here's a zombie fish. Talk about an animal that beat your spirit animal. Burning Inquiry.
Helix U in response.
Yep.
That's interesting. Also interesting that we didn't Burning Inquiry first. I guess we really wanted to cast the Angler. That's fine.
Yeah.
So whenever I do these random discard things, I never look at my hand before I put them down.
Yeah.
I just like snap, put everything on the table, face down. The remaining hand for Logan is land and an unknown card. Not sure what that one is.
I think it's another zombie fish.
Another zombie fish would be a big game here. Can't quite get it out there just yet, but these are some big boys. Alright. Man, that Flameblade Adept or whatever card that is, better every time I hear about it. So it's +1/+1 and it's Menace.
Yeah.
All in a 1-mana body. Whew. Zach is definitely behind on this one, at least on board.
Yeah,
Cullen Mullins did not lose a match in 3 straight tournaments with the Humans deck. That's impressive.
That's insane.
That's an
what was
impressive stat.
Was there a tournament between the two?
It was SCG Open, SCG Regional, and a Sunday IQ.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, that's a crazy, crazy stat.
I wonder, let's see, I know LSV did a whole Pro Tour without losing a match until the finals. So he had 18 in a row.
That was a Grand Prix, wasn't it?
No, it was the Pro Tour with the Elves deck.
Okay.
BBD went a whole Grand Prix, the Swiss rounds of a Grand Prix without losing a match.
Right.
But that record has to be longer than both those.
I would imagine so. Especially since it spanned multiple weekends. So, like, it was a known entity after the first weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And granted, I would not put any of the level of play of those 3 tournaments at
Pro Tour level play.
Pro Tour level or even day 2 of Grand Prix level play.
Okay. That's fair. I mean,
I just always feel like an idiot on day 2 of a Grand Prix. I'm just like, yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
in limited ones, I often do. I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here, guys. You want your stamp cards after the draft?
Yeah, you get, just trying to get those stamp shocks when you're done. Let me hook me up, bro. That's one of my favorites is when you're watching the Pro Tour and they have the stamped cards from the weekend before.
Yeah.
Or I guess from, just the 3 rounds before. They're like, oh, I'm jamming the stamp card in my deck.
All in. Forcing a block here.
Yeah, the Angler's the best you're going to do.
He's thinking about whether to block or not. So here's the thing. If he doesn't have any action, this is 10. It puts him at 3. And then Zach can swing back after these Rift Bolts go off to the Dome, is 6, 7, 8, 9, and then any burn spell kills Logan.
So he had to read him for not lightning bolt there.
Not lightning bolt or
And not a blocker.
any, like instant speed discard. I don't know what that would be.
Not lightning bolt, not a blocker.
Down to 5, 3 lands.
Oh, is this a chain to the rocks?
I think we're gonna chain some of the rocks, guys. Might be too little, too late, unfortunately. But man,
I don't know. Logan's at 5, so
he has a
he's at
Helix to go to
8.
11, but he chains one of these guys. That's 10. So any card does it.
yeah, he chains a fish, puts him to. Well, I guess he could chain a fish and then lightning helix the jackal.
That's just bad.
I mean, it's not awesome, but it puts him at 2 and keeps Logan at 5, and he's got Skullcrack in hand.
Well,
So
doesn't put him at 2. It puts Logan at 5. Oh, it puts Zach at 2.
after Logan's attack, Logan stays at 5,
Sure.
and he's got Skullcrack in hand. So that means he can draw Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 outs. Any attacker, any of his attackers does the job there too. If Logan turns them all sideways.
Helix U is a heads-up play.
Helix U is the play?
Man, he has a Cathartic Reunion in hand. Why did he not cast it pre-combat?
Oh, that's awkward.
Oh, he only has one other card in hand, that's why. It's an awkward
he can't
draw.
cast it, sure.
Feels bad, man. Well, that'll happen.
So if you guys like to do math, burn decks are like just the coolest thing because you get to like do like simple math over the course of 4 turns. Like, okay, let me do this run of simple math, and then like you get to calculate the alternate line of do this run of simple math.
Sure.
Of just like pluses and minuses.
Also, if you like math, you're a nerd. And we'll smell you later.
Nerd.
Yeah. But no, we'll be back here next week for some more Hot Modern action. We'll have Standard tomorrow. Modern, I think, on Thursday.
Yeah, Modern on Thursday,
and then
Modern on Friday.
Modern, all kinds of Modern. Yeah, if you like to play math, do Crack Clan Ironworks decks. That's a lot of math to do. Anyway, we'll see you back here Tuesday. Same Hot Modern time, same Hot Modern channel.
I love you.